going to give you a bit of a rundown on this white bowl, we'll call it for now. It is going to be a different colour when it goes into production, but at the moment it's a white bowl, and you should be able to see there's 8 riffles. There's the cone, there's the little small inlet. Has these adjustable feet that you can wind in and out and sit them on the bucket. Also has this cone so that you can sit this thing inside a 10-litre bucket. You could put another container underneath and all your material is going to drop into there and not get into your pump and stuff if you chose to use your bilge. Screws on. This fitting I believe is just like a tap fitting, but I've used the PVC fitting because what I found, the way I'm setting it up, is I'm just pushing my PVC onto that fitting and being able to take it on and off really quickly. Don't need to glue it. How you choose to set it up, that's your own preference. I'm going to give you a run of this thing. It hopefully will go into production soon. I believe these are going to get beefed up a bit. They don't really need to be beefed up, but I believe they're going to be beefed up. We've got a few little ideas about these riffles, you could say. Possibly reducing them down. The other thing would be maybe even putting some drop riffles in, but we'll see how we go. Alright, so what I've done is I've set this bowl, the white bowl, on top of a 10-litre bucket. That's where I've pushed on the bit of PVC on the bend, and that runs down to my 1100 bilge. You can see the material I've got here. It's all been run through a kitchen strainer. Now, there's some black sand and some other heavy materials. Underneath there, I have my speed controller. I'll turn that on, and I'm going to feed it with that spoon. So, give me a sec to turn the water on, get that water level right, just because I need 2 hands. And I'll show you this thing running, and you'll see how quickly it's going to feed. Like that there is a full pan of material that if you're in the creek and you'd screen down, you wouldn't probably pan more than that. So that would be equivalent to 1 pan. Now, obviously this is to run to get that fine gold and your gold out to separate it. Obviously you would have run a magnet through here and got all the magnetics out. I haven't done that, and it's all about testing this unit as a bit of a cleanup from my high banker tailings. Run them through a screen, run them through this, and see how well it does. I'm going to show you some photos of a different run, how much gold it captured, what it lost. But what I am going to say, that wasn't run through a kitchen strainer. That was run through the metal screen meshes that you buy. I think one's a 1/8 mesh or 8 mesh, and the other one's the smaller one. It only ran through there, so it's a lot bigger, larger material went through. Lost. You'll see in the pictures that's coming up. I'm going to set this up now to run, and let's see what happens. Right, there you go. You can see it running. That's just the overflow in the bucket and finally filled up. So I'm going to throw my material in. It's running pretty aggressive. Being up this high, I don't need to actually run it this high, but I am going to run it pretty aggressive just so that I can get this done fast for you. Now obviously when you're dealing with you're really super fine gold, you're going to turn down the speed. You're not going to feed it like I am as well. It's going to be slower. But what I'm trying to do here is we're testing it on, people are going to get impatient and they're going to try and feed it too much, and you know, some people go, oh, this is too slow. You'll see how quickly I can feed it. I can just leave it, you know, now for the next 5 minutes, and what it'll do for the next 5 minutes is just run and slowly reduce the amount of material. Now ideally I shouldn't be having that much material there, but as I said, I'm running this because, like everything, you know, you can build something and make something, but you want to push that item as hard as you really can to make sure that it's going to perform as best as it can. You know, like, there's no point being super careful. Like, I can have a look at a Miller table as an example. You slow your water down enough, even a flat surface is going to capture gold. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want the hassle of that Miller table sitting there for so long, having to watch it. Now, I'm going to stop filming. There's a little bit of material still left. Like, it seems like a lot, but it's getting harder and harder to, I need 2 hands, you know. It's getting harder to feed. Now, as I was talking then, you've probably seen, I shouldn't have fed it. Alright, you're seeing now how little black sand is getting left. Now, maybe all the gold's going as well, but we'll see in a sec. Let me just feed this last bit in, and then I'll be back to show you what's happened. Alright, little tiny bit of material left, so I fed the rest of that pan through. Turn this water off. Hopefully there's some gold in that material, and hopefully, even see, you run things with a kitchen strainer and they're bigger than a kitchen strainer. So yeah, so with this, I forgot to just, so you need 2 hands, but it come off pretty easy. It just pushes on and comes off. So I'll pick this up. Well, just give it a shake and try not to drop the pan that I have. I'll sit the pan where this was. Now the advantage of this is all the material as well is being caught in that bucket. So I can easily, because I did run this pretty fast. There's no doubt about it. That was running very fast. Right, there we go. Get this material, I'll just walk out where there's, I've got a light here, but I'll just walk out where there's a bit of natural light, and we'll have a look and see what's been caught. So, you know, people are saying, oh, you know, it's running, you know, I can pan faster, I can this, I can that. Yeah, maybe you're the best, and you can. But a lot of people struggle panning. A lot of people, hey, I don't need to be looking at that way. I'll just go like this. I'm just going to try and keep the camera in the right place. I'm just going to knock these. See, what's actually got caught here are these larger rocks that somehow have made it through the screen that I used that really shouldn't have made it through the screen. Yeah, they shouldn't have made it through the screen. So you know what would have happened? Because I was running it so aggressively, pretty much there's a little tiny bit of black sand there. These rocks shouldn't have been there, and all I've been left with is the gold. Now, who's going to complain about that? Just gold. Obviously, if there's now this gold's actually from Warrandyte. If you were running from other areas, and I have been, and that's what's been happening over the last week or so, is I've been running material from different areas, different creeks with different types of black sand, and I wanted to make sure before I put anything out again that it actually did work and it was going to do the trick. You're going to have to adjust it, obviously, when you're running different grounds, but I just thought I'd do a super aggressive test today, and there we go. A little bit of gold. Hope you have enjoyed this one, guys. Hope it answers a few questions when it does go into production with its final modifications. I'm just tipping that. Don't need those little rocks. Yeah, when it actually goes into its final production, I'll let you know who's going to be selling it, where it's available from, and price and everything like that, and if there's been any other changes. As I said, if you've got any ideas and you think you can improve it in some way, more than happy to hear those ideas. Yeah, until the next time, I will see you guys all later.